Oh, a warm good evening and welcome to it. It is time for Sport at 10. So much to look forward to when it comes to the show tonight. We cannot wait to bring you another inspiring, motivating, powerful edition of your favorite sports program, Sport at 10. I'm Thomas Mlambo. Let's get straight to who is sitting on the bench and coming onto the show. So, starting first and foremost with right here, ready to come onto the program for you, the man that you will love when it comes to his life story. There he is, and he is absolutely one of the most inspiring men I have ever had the opportunity to speak to. Donovan Wright, 2 times gold medalist at the Comrades Marathon. He's done it at the Two Oceans Marathon as well, but for the last 16 years has been battling cancer, and his powerful story will move you to the core. Sitting right next to him is his son, Declan Wright. Now, this is part of our sporting families. Declan is a young man with 5 world records already to his name at the tender age of 13. So that is going to be one where we go from his dad all the way to what he is and what we can expect. I promise you, this is a story not to be missed. There you are, Declan, wave to me. He had a long story. He gave me a long list of things, his whole life story. I can't wait to show that to you. He wrote it out for me, and I have every single detail of his entire 13 years on the planet on a document that he did for me. I can't wait to tell you that. Now, moving on to what else we've got in store for you coming onto the program. There he is. CAF last month named him one of the top 3 defenders in the CAF group stages of the Champions League. Wayne Arendse, the Mamelodi Sundowns centre back, and the man who will be, well, responsible in a huge way for a clean sheet against Zamalek as they take on Zamalek Sundowns this weekend. It's live on SABC Sport. Deko Modise, his teammate, was supposed to be with us. We're still waiting to find out if he will make it into the studio. We'll keep you posted as far as that's concerned as well. And then we wrap things up tonight where we put the little guy with the big talent into the hot seat. DJ Finzo comes in, and we've got a sweet and short quiz that's going to be long and hard, so trust me, it is going to be one that will be really enjoyable. I have got David Gagana standing by for me here in the studio. DK, it's going to be a good show. I can feel it already. I'm excited about it. And there's also lots happening in the world of sport. So, as a top quality journalist, let's get into it. What's happening?
Yeah, you know, when you read the English media, newspapers from England, you know, based on the defeat, or should I say heavy defeat, it was one of those defeats. 9 tries the New Zealanders ran against South Africa in Durban last weekend. They are already saying that South Africa is the West Indies of rugby. It's the capitulation of a heavyweight in rugby. And they are saying that, and blaming it on the exodus of players that are going to play overseas, specifically those that are playing in England, for Saracens and a lot of things. I mean, they're already saying that even Itzebe is going to be playing for Saracens. They're saying 350 players from South Africa, younger players, have moved overseas to go and play for other teams overseas.
Okay, let's put this into perspective, though. The Springboks, Amapogo this weekend, lost by the biggest score against New Zealand in the history of matches between New Zealand and South Africa.
Yes.
This journalist then comes out and said, "Aksi mistake, aksi guti team being amnandanga ngalelo langa." He is saying we are pap. Yeah. And we are going to be pop for a long time based on what you're saying. Yeah. Most of the youngsters are overseas.
Yes.
This is now going to be a problem for a time to come. Do you agree with that? That the Springboks now, from now on, until eternity or until we can sort out whether, because there's 350 South Africans now playing overseas who are not eligible to be Springboks. Now, that is something that some journals are saying is the reason for the popness.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is that they're looking at South Africa and our transformation issues, and they're trying to make a big thing about them. That because South Africa is insisting that there has to be a certain number of players of color in their team, then therefore that makes it
I didn't see that.
No, that's the basis. The basis is that South Africa and its transformation issues is affecting how the players of color, specifically white players, moving overseas. And I don't think it's that. And I think that this Owen Slot, who wrote this piece that, of course, now has become a big issue, is clashing at straws. South Africa has got to transform, and rugby has got to transform at the bottom and at the top.
But the bottom line
the issue is that because we lost that badly to our nemesis, which is New Zealand, therefore they are now making a big issue about losing. 9
tries, bastrapile.
Yeah, but last week when we won against Australia, nobody said anything about South Africa and now
Australia
and the players that Australia has been through the same thing as a team.
So you're saying
they've lost ground to New Zealand. New Zealand
is the journal wrong?
He's very wrong. New Zealand
the Springboks will be back.
Are playing at a level now which is far bigger and greater than what Australia and South Africa are. But it cannot, therefore, be said that South Africa are worse. Yes.
As far
teams have improved. Teams like Argentina have improved. No, this is just a blip, and I think Alisa Cotier, when he gets some of the players that he needs to get those that are injured, the team will improve. South Africa has got enough players in depth that are coming through.
Do you agree with David Kekana, or do you agree with the journo saying that this is it for the Springboks and it's going to be like this for a long time? Let's move on now to a story that's happening out of, we just had an Olympics in Rio, but this story is taking us back to the Olympics in 2012 in London. What is happening with Lushenko?
Yeah, Tatiana Lushenko, the Russian hammer throw. You remember that she's a double gold medalist. She won gold in the London 2012 Olympics. Her blood sample has been retested.
From then?
From then.
4-year-old guys.
Yes, remember she was banned in 2007 and served a 2-year ban for taking a banned substance. Now, in 2012, she won gold. But a retest has been done, and she's found that she was doping. And, of course, she's been stripped of a gold medal from 2012 London Olympics. And
after 4 years?
After 4 years.
So, you've got all the sponsorship deals.
She must bring back that gold that she won at the London Olympics.
So, now after 4 years...
She never won it. She never won it properly. She was cheating, and if you are cheating, you need to be exposed, and of course the gold must come back.
But after 4 years, they then took it back, but told us something that was missing or that they couldn't test for back then. Now it suddenly came out, but no gold.
There are new methods of testing that, of course, they're being using, and because now they know what they are looking for. In the samples that they've used, that they've tried to against testing.
Now there's another interesting story. That's, whoever now gets the gold medal, especially whoever the silver medalist was, that's crazy. I mean, it's 4 years later. You can't now, I'm the gold medalist from 2012. Give me a parade. This story is interesting there. Why are we seeing fingers and a footballer from Ireland?
Yeah, he plays for Finheps in the Irish League.
Premier
His
League.
name is, yes, in the Irish Premier League, is Kevin McHugh. He was doing as normal as players would do. They do when they go into communities and train young players.
So he workshop
as part of workshop of CSI. He was doing a workshop and he jumped over a fence. And in jumping over a fence, his ring got caught up in Etratin. And when his ring got caught up, his finger was left with his ring on the fence, wire fence. Cut off altogether. Yasala. So he drove off and went to hospital. And he had to call somebody to say, hey, bring my finger. So they tried, when it was brought to the hospital, to put it together. And when they put it together, they found that no, because of the time lapse between them finding the finger and trying to put it together, because immediately just to go into ice, so to preserve it. And of course, they couldn't stitch it together. And now he's decided that he's going to retire from football because of that. Yeah, but I don't understand, because he's going to heal. And football, you play it with your feet, not with your hand. Why is he retiring? But he's decided that he's going to retire from football because of the accident of jumping over a fence.
He like sprained an ankle. He lost a finger. Now, moving on. And let's find out what's going on with the cricket. The Proteas have been in action tonight. We've got Udo Carlson giving us the very latest update directly from the ground. Udo, what is the latest? What took place with the Proteas?
Australia arrived in South Africa as the #1 ODI side in the world. They arrived at Newlands, Cape Town, staring down the barrel of a whitewash in this ODI series for the first time in the competitive history against South Africa. Newlands, always a difficult pitch to read. And in the end, when South Africa won the toss, Faf du Plessis, the skipper, the standing skipper, had no problem batting first. Initially, South Africa were in a heap of trouble. They were 52 for 3, and it looked like the decision to bat first had backfired. But then Riley Rousseau stepped out into the middle and played a fantastic knock. 178-run partnership with JP Dumini. He scored 118 off 120 balls with 14 fours and 2 massive sixes. He hit the ball clean all around the ground at Newlands and was in sublime form to go to his third score in excess of 50 runs. And of course, it means that he ended the series as the man of the series. Australia went into bat, and they were looking good at the top with David Warner and Aaron Finch batting pretty well until 2 quick wickets, 2 wickets in 3 balls from Imran Tahir eventually gave a bit of inroads to the South Africans. And then from there on in, David Warner got himself 100. He got to 173. Fantastic innings from him. But in the end, they fell 31 runs short, and South Africa winning the match, of course, today to go to a 5-0 whitewash over Australia. From here, they head off to Australia for Perth, the first test, where South Africa would have drawn major confidence.
That's huge confidence, 5-0. Those guys didn't see anything here in South Africa. And what is also very interesting there is, David, ngathi bayenza relay. So the Boks become up, the Proteas become good, Bafana start to improve nyana. Everyone just hands over the baton to be useless.
There's always a time when national teams go through a slump and they have to improve. And you are right. I mean, I was impressed in the 17th over. He took what we call a maiden wicket. You know, a maiden over with a wicket. I mean, I was watching and I was saying, hey, Matotabachi, blacks can't play cricket. And this is a guy who now, last time he did it with his bat, now he's doing it with the ball. And, you know, when you look at the top of our bowling, Rabada and Steyn, they need some stain remover, those two, because they were leaking runs. But, you know, when, of course, you know, Imran Tahir came in with 2 wickets, and from there, whitewash, Australia. They must eat it, Australia.
Right,
whitewash.
so, I don't know who says black people can't play cricket, because the West Indies used to be great at cricket. However, let's leave that debate for another day.
That's why they call in the box another West Indies, because they were black players there in the West Indies.
But that's not the reason. Don't be, no. But we don't have time for that. Let's move on, though, because Bafana Bafana played a couple of games. The last one of those in this window was the one against Ghana last night. So this is what happened as we played the Ghanaians. What did you think of the performance? Penalty. 3 penalties in 2 games.
Yeah, it is a penalty. And in Tlapo, they showed a lot of inexperience. They always say, don't go down on your feet. He went down on his feet, and then he tackled the player inside the box. It's a penalty, and a great strike there. But someone nearly stopped that one from going in. I thought it was a bad start. And, of course, from there, Nhlapo, who plays for Platinum Stars, was taken off for his own sake. And I think Shakes there did a great job in doing that, in taking him off, because sometimes you need to protect your players. And when you see that they're out of depth, I don't know.
Other people say it's a confidence killer.
No, it's not a confidence killer for a youngster like that. If he's out of depth, you protect him, because any mistake foot, and then from there cost you even further.
Let's move on, though, and look at how we got the equalizer there. Second goal for Patosi and a Bafana jersey.
Yeah, it's a great strike for Patosi. And I think because Patosi is quality, and he's not really got game time as far as Bafana is concerned. And there you can see even he doesn't really celebrate. But a great strike and a great draw for Bafana Bafana.
Shakes has a new policy that's upsetting. Well, maybe not upsetting. He's announced the new policy. What's the policy?
Well, the policy of Shakes is Tata my cell phone. That's the policy. Shakes uti a day before the game, he's confiscating all cell phones from the players, and he'll give them the cell phone after the game. I'm surprised that it's been written about currently. It is not a new policy. He says that he's got inspiration from Pep Guardiola, who says that he cuts Wi-Fi from his players, and of course he takes some cell phones because he believes that that affects the players. Sometimes imagine if a player gets a phone call, bamtshela ukuthi i-girlfriend yakho nayo lapha eklabhini inenye out bakushaya ngestina, and then it affects the player mentally. Then the player is a campaign, izofuna ukugijima yobhekana nomuntu wayo, kanti vele siyoluza ngoba iplayer iyafuneka. But I think this thing started, Thomas, let me tell you, even when they went to the AFCON, in the previous AFCON in Gabon. Sheiks did that. I remember Brilliant Kuzwayo was very angry about it. He said, "Mina ngumzulu ngindota. You can't take my phones. I'm responsible. Why are you taking my phones?" And they had a clash about the issue. So it's not a new thing as far as Bafana is concerned. But Sheiks now, my phone from our players, their mind should always be focused on the game. I don't agree with that. I think they are adults. They
That's
can
what
always
you think at home.
do. I think now you think that the players are going into the military camp now. It's come standard when they're going to the national team. I don't think that is right. But I think they need to be told to be adults and use it sparingly.
Leya messages okuphazamisa ndoda ungakasakwazi nokuya eklabhini yochecka ukuthi kwenzekani. Now you have to stay in the camp. I don't know. I think Sheiks might be onto something there. Let's move on to the heavyweight of humor, South Africa's one and only sports comedian. Here he is, Babes Wama Jokes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Thomas.
Babes.
Hello. Okay. Hello, David. How are you? Yeah. You
sharp.
see, like the English, because the Proteas are winning. You know, I'm like on the Protea mode. You know, they're winning. But yo, the Bok, woman. The Bok 57-15. Woman, I think we should go and apologize to New Zealand. About Rugby. You know, it was the first time, because they frustrated us. It was the first time I saw an African guy refusing bribe me. Like, lost me eight. The minister was this close to calling them a bunch of losers, but Victor Medfield was right next to him like, what? The minister has to stick to, I know we are South Africans, we are okay, we are proud, chef. But you know what? We have Bafana Bafana. Bafana Bafana, you know what? Bafana Bafana have been back for about years in the competition. They still don't have a relevant nickname that resembles what they are doing. XTN Maloba Mo has a nickname like Pule Spaghetti XTN. I grab wow. So get Pule Spaghetti. Bafana Bafana needs a nickname resembling exactly what they're doing. For example, Baba Bita Letangeza. Bafana Bafana, you lost Letangeza. Let Royle Letangeza. Bafana Bafana. And you know, they have a nerve to play Bafana Bafana on the same day as Makuv. Now you have to weigh the option. Let me see. New York Blue Bus Run. Blue Bus Run. Bafana Bafana. No, Bafana Bafana. But you know what? They were in Ouagadougou. Please give Bafana some credit. Ouagadougou. You know, Ouagadougou like have so much black people, so many black people being a yellow bone there. Like they call it showboating. You know, come like, hey, yellow bone, like, and then when I'm they even like grand. You'd be rich in Ouagadougou. Ouagadougou, like referee. You don't even expect the referee to be like fair with you there. Now, yellow card Metropolis in Zonimbala. Nonke. Bafana. There, Rogers is playing with silver boots. Oh, when did the ball of the tell? The boots is a silver. But you know what? Leave Bafana and Sheiks alone. They are used to being who they are. But you know what? People in South Africa. Babes Wamnyama got a trophy for the first time. Steve Kompela and Chiefs, halala. For the first time, Chiefs went from winning arguments to winning trophies. And we never argue our Chiefs. Yeah, we are the best. No, we are not. We are the best. Whoever can pronounce the name of the guy who scored the first goal for Chiefs will get millions. That guy, Chambaran Charambara. I even heard like commentators were saying, beautiful goal by Chabalala and his friend. They don't know his name. Chambarandi, Chanzareve, Chirandrambrera. Yeah, it's fine. But Miss Acha. Because they don't know. Like, you know, short distance, Chambarinje. Chiefs won something. For a change, Joe, they won Makuve. But you know what? Chabalala scored a goal since the World Cup. Chabalala, well done, Joe. It's been long coming since the World Cup. This guy scored a goal. Chabalala. Halala, I even forgot. After scoring, is it here? Is it here? No, Chiefs won. When Celtics, let win La Paracapa. Now you are getting goals back to back. See what I did there?
I saw the Kappa back
no,
to
it's
back.
fine. But you know why Steve Kompela is winning against Free State Stars? Remember Free State Stars na kwe Mokuba Sela Kompela Chiefs move lift. Remember Mokuba are. Now he told them in English, I will make a revolution. I will come back and annihilate everyone. Now I will win. Then they interviewed the strikers of Celtics. While Sagor Ntate na regime le ukora hungwanona kune. Oh, Wright and I Rumutsibi Ntate na Muba. Rumutsibi.
That's the Shepherdizer. He'll be back throughout the entire show. He is with us, with the guests on the bench. He warms them up before they come on the show, so stay with us. What is your message of advice and support to Mamelodi Sundowns in their quest to win the CAF Champions League? That final is this weekend. It's live. Give advice. The coach, I know, he says he's been keeping an eye on social media. In fact, Pizzo, the last time was here, he said, put me on this Twitter thing, Thomas. I need to start talking to them. So if you give him enough advice and enough support, we may see Pizzo open an account on Twitter as well. It's time for a quick break. After the break, one of the most inspirational, most powerful stories of overcoming almost certain death. That is that man that you see in your shot right now, Donovan Wright, Comrades legend, and 16 years of battle against brain cancer, and he's still standing. His family are here with him. He has a son who's doing brilliantly. The sporting family you're about to meet is an absolutely unbelievable story. Stay with Sport at 10.
Apple ciders, a fresh remix of apples and red berries.
Hello, we are the chocolates from Lindt. I'm strawberry cheesecake, fresh and creamy. And I'm crunchy nougat, soft yet surprising.
Hello, my name is Fix. And I love cookies and cream. Yummy.
We are Hello.
Created by the Lindt Master Swiss chocolatiers.
You're the one I follow all the way into the darkness when the sun shining yellow. Hollowing out a hole in the world tide, hiding in the middle, away from all the sorrows, swallowing all down, for free of mind, inventing monopoly, some honesty.
Strongbow apple ciders, a refreshing remix of natural apples, served ice cold. Strongbow, nature remix.
Get the new look Mazda 3 1.6 original sedan for only $3,499 per month with a 3-year unlimited service plan and a 3-year unlimited warranty. Mazda, the impossible made possible. Visit Mazda.coza for details.
Feet are running through the water. The mountains rising now, carrying me closer to the sun. The sun. I hear my people calling, my people marching to the sun. Sun.
You got your little son here with you. What's your name?
Lando.
Lando. And are you going to run like your dad?
Yes.
You want to become a runner?
Yes.
Do you run now, sometimes with him?
No.
He is not only getting a gold medal, there it is from the Honourable Minister, but he does also get, Minister, don't forget, the big gold bar for the first South African home, Donovan Wright.
Declan was a very energetic child when he was younger, and When he used to see me and my father go out for training, he always used to come with and tag along.
But his father, however, believed that you can only start running or training seriously when you're 13 years old in the house.
He smashed the 10-year-old record and the 11-year-old record on the same meeting. That was the time when I see this boy, there is really, you can see in his eyes, there's real talent there.
That's the story I'm about to tell you. First of all, the father is here, the son is coming. The performances they have given for this country already. His son Declan, a 5-time world champion. That is coming up very shortly, but I've got Donovan right. Donovan, I saw you looking at that very closely. You were looking especially at remember that scene in the Comrades. 4th place, first South African to cross the line. It took you back.
Yes, it took me back, way back in time. That's almost 16 years ago, Thomas. Long time ago. But those memories are fresh, yeah.
1996, let's go back there. Comrades, we're basically brand new in a new South Africa. You've come out of Cape Town. How did you grow up to get there?
Thomas, I decided long ago that I'm going to better my family's future. So running was an opportunity. And that year was the first time that Comrades paid. I made a pact with a student that was in my course. I told him, don't worry about your registration fee. I'll go and win a gold medal at Comrades. And I won the gold medal. And the highlight for me was, Thomas, the late Madiba shook my hand and gave me a medal.
And that changed everything for you in your life?
It did. Thomas, I wasn't used to big retainers and sponsorships. And from that day, my life financially changed.
So it was like, yay, the new South Africa is here.
Yes.
From growing up in a Zozo with a leaky roof in Cape Town, suddenly the money's coming in.
Yeah, and Thomas, what was wonderful for me was to just know that I'm bettering the life of my family, even though it meant I had to run 89 kilometers to do that.
You're quoted as saying at one stage, you went from being a throwaway child and failure in life to now what we see on the screen now. Why do you call yourself a throwaway child and failure in life?
I was born in 1967, and my father and my mother had some difficulty between them, so he never recognized me. I just felt inferior as a child growing up. And then running opened the door to me. Running actually gave me an opportunity to develop self-confidence and to develop self-worth. And then I started going from an introverted child to a child that could express himself.
So you didn't know your dad in the early stages?
I got to know my dad through just of hearing stories within the family. Then I was just around 36 years old, Thomas, when I got a call to say my father passed. I never got a hug from him, and I had to go bury him. And when I stood at that coffin, Thomas, I saw so much of me in him, and there was so much of him standing here. But pride is a wonderful thing. It removes a lot of people.
Do you know if he was ever proud of what you did? 2 oceans, getting the gold medals at the Comrades Marathon, 27 marathons you won in your running career. Do you ever know if he was proud of you?
Thomas, I got a Bible after he passed away from my sister. And in the Bible was a photo of myself and the inscription of his children, with me being his firstborn. So he was definitely proud of me. Yeah, but we couldn't share that moment.
We saw you there. In the year 2000, you crossed the line, 4th place, first South African, you meet Madiba, and then your world begins to collapse.
Yes,
People at
Thomas.
home are probably wondering what's wrong with your eye. What caused the collapse? What happened?
It actually started in 1992 when I was diagnosed with terminal sarcoidosis. It's a lymph gland problem, and when I left the hospital, I still remember the doctor saying to me, "You've got 6 months to live." And then,
that's cancer, eh?
Then Maretta did community work, my wife. She married me, right? And
Even then?
Even then. And from that time on, Thomas, I took on the responsibility that I'm going to take care for this family. I then got multi-resistant tuberculosis. Declan and me had to take refreshment tablets for 9 months. Then after that, Thomas, I then had a brain tumor in 2000, immediately after Comrades. So when I came back from World 100K Champs, I had this terrible headache. I always knew my days were long. I get up early in the morning at 2, go on a run, go to work, come back, sleep for an hour, and then train at night. And then when I came back from World Champs, the pain was unbearable. And they found a brain tumor. 4 brain operations later, I had to teach myself to walk, to talk, right? And then eventually in 2005, I recovered, Thomas, and then I went on to finish second at World Champs. And that medal, I'll always treasure, is for me. And now lately, Thomas, I was diagnosed with cancer in 2013. I went through chemo, the cancer went away. 2014, the cancer knocked on my door again, right? Went through the chemo again, but this time, Thomas, I got a high dose of chemo, and I was told I've got a 15% chance at life.
1-5. So the doctor says to you, Donovan, you've got a 15% chance of living even after the treatment.
Yes, and Thomas, in my life, without being boastful, I've always had no chance. The odds were always against me. Now I get 15%, man, that's great. 15. Then I'm going to make it. Then I'm going to make it. And they gave me a stem cell transplant. They actually took my son and they removed half of my bone marrow that was in him. They removed that and they planted it in me. And I had to stay in a room for 40 days because my immune system was taken out.
Alone, one man?
Yeah.
No family, no nothing?
40 days. Togan's 21st birthday came and went. Christmas came and went. New Year celebrations came and went. Marita's birthday came and went. And I had to kiss my children through a glass window.
Because you can't afford to even be coughed on. If you get any cold, any flu, anything, it was over.
That's it, yeah. And my sister died in the same phase. She got cancer a week after me.
Wow.
And then she passed away.
How do you keep going? What motivates you? Because you couldn't run. You've been this world-class athlete. Then now, for 9 years, you can't run. What kept you going?
Thomas, the blessing for me is that all these illnesses has happened to me. So as long as it happens to me and not my family, Marita, or my 4 sons, I'm happy, I'm content with that. I'll deal with any adversity that comes my way. And of late, Thomas, right, I haven't been running for 9 years. I just had in March, I had 2 open brain operations.
They opened your head?
Yeah, they opened my head.
You showed me a scar.
I've got quite a few scars.
But like open?
Yes, open. So I've got quite a few scars, Thomas. If I land up in prison and I tell them, I got stabbed here, I got shot here, I got chopped with an axe here, man.
But yours are all operations?
No one will ever even say a word to me inside there. I had 39 operations this far. Yeah.
All fighting the various cancers?
Yes. And so in March, I had to teach myself to walk again. And eventually, around about August, I decided, well, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to start training, and I'll participate at the World or the South African Transplant Games.
Yeah.
And that was last weekend.
And how did you do?
Man, Thomas, I ran 3 races, 3 SA titles, 3 new records, qualifying for World Champs. So I'm on my way to Malaga, Spain.
What a miraculous recovery. I don't even know how you do it. But the other thing that we need to talk about, we're going to a break, is your son.
Yes.
Because you said that it's all about it happening to you and not to this young man and the rest of your family. There he is, Declan Wright. He's a man at 13 years of age who takes, like his dad, 5 world records. We're going to a break. We'll find out more about the sporting family and this heroic story after this.
Red Card boarding weekends and make them hundreds with Casalaga and enjoy live PSL action with friends. Share a 750ml Casalaga. Predict to win your share of 1 million Absa Premiership tickets. See pack for details. It all comes together with a castle.
When the intense cooling crystals of Stimorol X Fresh hit all your senses, you think quickly, and nothing can stop you. Stimorol X Fresh refreshes mouth and mind.
Alright, so we're here to show you guys just how refreshing an icy cold Sprite is by doing a sub-zero swim. You ready, Les?
Yes, I'm ready, boy.
Alright, let's do it, Les. It's refreshing like that. Sorry, son, are you okay? Introducing the new Sprite temperature-sensitive can. More refreshing than slaying your day. Search hashtag refreshing like that for more.
Hi, I'm Barney. Grab on. I need your help navigating. It's spongy!
Barney is a snack made with ingredients like wheat, milk and chocolate, with no colorants or preservatives. Barney feeds love for discoveries, now with a milky center.
The ultimate pizza is back. That's 5 types of sausage, decked in 3 cheesy layers. The 5 sausage triple decker from Debonair's Pizza. Try something amazing.
Every morning before the sun comes up, she made my coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know
Enjoy the delicious aroma in every cup of Jacob's Kroning.
love her so.
Jacob's Kroning brings us closer.
Well, he's coming to the studio. I've got a piece of paper here. If you can see this at home, you see it is got handwriting on it. And this is what Declan Wright, 13-year-old Declan, wrote for me, giving me his entire life story on both sides of the paper. And I saw one line here that says, I am improving my average mark by 5% every exam I write, and I will get a matric result of over 90%. That's some of the information that's written here. Declan, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, and you, Thomas?
I'm good, but I'm still really moved by how powerful your dad's story is. It's unbelievable. But
It's mind-blowing.
It is. I mean, what do you think?
It's mind-blowing, Thomas. Like, every time I see him, like now the other day, I went to the track down with him, and it was around about 4 o'clock. And then we left like 7 o'clock, the way he was training for so long, with the motivation. And like with the mindset to do that.
Who's training who these days?
Well, I'm supporting him. He monitors me, and Cedric Hoff also monitors me, while my coach is Thomas Squats, and he's based in USA.
So now, this is the thing, because viewers at home are saying he has a coach in the US. Shadrach Hoff is a name we know very well. How talented is Declan?
Well, Declan started running at the age of 8, and in the past 4 years he's got 5 world records, 5 SA titles.
World record. Let's just
world records.
He is in
Someone
certain
has
events
not done that.
the fastest in the world.
In the world, there was one record that stood for 39 years. Declan came and he ran in training, and I realized this guy is running world records in training. We might as well make it official, and he broke it in the official race.
The fastest in the world.
Yes, for the event.
Yeah, but still, you're the fastest in the world. I mean, you broke the world record in the 1,000 meters. You've broken it in the 5,000 meters. You've done it in the 600 meters. It's endless, the kind of speed that you're putting together. And you're only 13?
Yes.
What motivates you?
Well, what motivates me is all the support that comes around me, like my family, my friends from school, my best friend, my massager, Henk. They all motivate me to keep on carrying on with my dreams.
And the man next door, right next to you in the chair?
He gives me motivational speeches a lot, and he lectures me when I come wrong in a few races, and he teaches me lessons. So every time I learn from a race.
What do you want to do? Is running your thing? Is this the thing that you want to do?
Yes, but when I grow up, I want to become an oncologist. And
okay,
also,
for some people, that's a big word. Oncologist. What does that do? What does an oncologist do? I know it's the medical profession.
Yes, it's like where you working with cancer. So I actually want to end cancer, because with my father's struggle and my whole family having to see his struggle through health, and that also motivates me to help with the cancer problem in our country and worldwide.
It's not many 13-year-olds who say, that I want to end cancer. I want that to be what I want to do with the rest of my life.
And Thomas, the question that I've got for Declan is, how can you be so fast and so slow with girls?
With girls? No, he's got plenty of time to catch up. Good-looking young man here. But
Thank you.
that seems a little bit... I understand the books. But, Dad, the talent that's here, does it even need books?
I need a balance in life. You must learn that there's other things other than just athletics and books, and you must live a balanced life.
Tiger Woods started, and Serena Williams and the Venus Williams, they did nothing but the sport. At his age already, they were doing nothing but playing tennis or golf.
But you saw what Tiger started doing of late. Yeah.
So you don't want that to happen?
I don't want that to happen.
So how are you protecting him?
Yeah, I teach him that him and his mom, we've been married for 23 years now, and you work things out. Yeah, doesn't matter how tough life becomes, you work things out, you stick at it, and the same for him in athletics. He can make a career out of it.
Declan, I want to hear, given the talent that you have, I love the fact that you want to be an oncologist, you want to end cancer, you want to be part of that fight. What about an Olympic gold medal? What about, you know, that side of things? Is that an aspiration for you? You 5 world records already. I'm putting money on you.
Yes, actually, one of my biggest goals is to go to the Olympics. And I wouldn't want to go to the Olympics just to make it to the finals or the semi-finals. I would like to come back with a medal. So that also motivates me to keep on going honest training. When I feel training stuff, I just keep it in my mind. Olympics, Wade, one day.
The new Wade?
Yes.
Ah, man. And you know what? The entire family decided to come. So as we're looking at you and your shots of training, they're all here in the studio. They've snuck in. The entire family, and one of the families even having a birthday. So let's just bring the family into the shot and see. There you are, family. How are you? There's the right family. Whose birthday is it? Larkin. How old are you? 11-year-old Larkin. Congratulations. Your dad is an absolute hero. What he's done for South Africa is absolutely powerful. I know you wanted to say something before I said goodbye to you.
Yes.
Donovan.
Yes, Thomas, life has taught me that I don't hold on to medals anymore, Thomas, but I like to make promises and keep them. So,
Yes.
Thomas, I'm giving you my medal that I got at the Transplant Games. I'm on my way to World Champs. I'll come and replace that one with a gold, and a world record.
Donovan, you haven't run for 9 years. You won this, and it doesn't seem right that I should even...
I gave my Commonwealth gold medals to Oceans all the way, right? At home, I just want to be a father. Yeah. So, Thomas, you look after that thing. I'm replacing it. Yeah. Come July 2017.
I will cherish this, and I don't even know what to say. You guys have a truly, truly astonishing father. And Declan, all the best to you. I'm really moved by this. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you. And we're going to a quick break. The Wright family, what a family. What athletes, what heroes, true South African inspirational story. Shampunaiza, what have you got for me?
Thomas, yes, it's with a father like that, my guy, I can be an astronaut, like motivation for days. But you know what, right here, I'm sitting, I'm doing my part for charity, bring a boy child to work. So I got like, welcome. Because even his watch, it's half past, like everything is half. But I'm having here like, hey, like what you should do with Zamalek, ne? Take it as a pyramid scheme. Thomas, back to you, man. There's so much inspiration in there. I don't even want to make jokes. To you.
Yeah, I don't make jokes. Time for a break. After the break, we hear from Wayne Arendse. He's going to the CAF Champions League final with Mamelodi Sundowns, and we hear what that feeling is like.
I'm a man.
You get three kinds of mums. The paranoid mum, the cautious mum, and the Dettol mum. Only a Dettol mum knows that Dettol cleans away dirt while protecting a family from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Don't just be any mum, be a Dettol mum. Dettol, be 100% sure.
Here's your order.
I think this is not exactly what we ordered. I ordered a Coca-Cola Zero.
No problem. I can give you a low kilojoule, zero sugar, and a great Coca-Cola taste. I feel that you want the crisp taste from Coca-Cola with low kilojoule, so I'll give you Coca-Cola Light. If I sweeten it with cane sugar and a sweetener made from the stevia leaves, and with a little extra magic, I turn it into a Coca-Cola Life. You still look like you need a Coca-Cola. Why don't you sneak inside your bag? Enjoy.
Encore une entrée sur l'amour qui commence bien. Des papillons dans les cheveux, de bon matin. Regardez-les sans se soucier de la course folle.
This is the science of tough. Brutal torture tests designed to challenge the Ford Rangers' capability and durability. Built to take on the world, they were thrown in the deep end. Driven to the limits, analyzed, and then tested some more. We raised the ante and dropped a few surprises. The science of tough is all the proof you need that the Ford Ranger is tough, done smarter.
There's a huge game coming up on the weekend. Mamelodi Sundowns have snuck into the studio to give us a little bit of hype about the match. Champions League final, Zamalek. They have won the Champions League on numerous occasions, the last time being in 2002. They take on a Sundowns team who want to do it for the first time. Wayne Aronson comes into the studio, and Wayne, you've had a fantastic season. What a Champions League campaign. CAF made an announcement about you a couple of weeks back. What did they say?
Yeah, I heard that I was one of the top 3 defenders in the CAF Champions League, and I'm honored, but it's not done yet. We still need to get that medal.
But give yourself a pat on the back. I mean, CAF Champions League, best clubs in Africa, you're one of the top 3 defenders. That is something that speaks volumes. Which brings me to the question of, is the reason Sundowns are in the Champions League final based on defending? Is that how you got you solid at the back?
I think that's on all departments. I think we've been scoring away. We've been scoring at home, and we've also been good in defence. So I think all the departments have played their role, and I think it's a collective effort.
Scored against Enyimba. So this has been a fantastic campaign for a man who wasn't sure whether he was going to stay at Sundowns at the beginning of this season. How have you been able to motivate yourself to bring these kind of performances when your career was kind of up in the air with Sundowns?
Yeah, obviously, you're a footballer, you need to work hard when you play, even if you don't play. So obviously, I told myself I need to push myself to that limit, so where I can be in the starting 11 and play for Sundowns. And that's where I'm finding myself now.
Are you glad you stayed? There were rumors you were headed out the door.
Yeah, obviously, I'm glad I stayed, and we're in a good space now, the club. And myself, I'm in a good space, and we're feeling good.
Speaking of good spaces, if I rewind the tape a year ago, this team was having to rally around its coach because the fans were saying, Pitso must go. What a journey in a year.
Yeah, I think this is football. Things happen just in a split second. So you can score a goal in a split second and you can concede as well. So I think that things changed for Sundowns as a team as well. And because from that point onwards, we started winning, and we started winning championships and trophies, and that's where we are at now.
Have you put behind you, though, the disappointment of the final? Because I think a lot of people are worried. There was the final that took place, the 3-0 defeat. Have you put it behind you? Is it now a brand new day? Will we see the Sundowns we become used to seeing?
Yeah, for sure. I think the guys have put that behind us because we know that this is a big one coming out of the Champions League final. and we've put that aside because all our focus is now on Saturday's game. And I think the guys, they're looking sharp and they forgot about that final that's passed. And we're looking forward to this one.
How confident are you based on the fact that you beat Zamalek twice already in this Champions League? Home and away, you've beaten them, but now it's the final.
Yeah, obviously we're not taking too much about winning them twice when we play them because this is a cup final and you know things happen for no reason in the final. You make silly mistakes or whatever the case may be. So I think we're not taking too much. We're just doing what we need to do and what we're good at doing.
Wait, South Africans, a lot of them want to be at this game. What do they need to do? How do they get behind the team? I know there's a hashtag against all odds. Hashtag against all odds. Mamelodi Sundowns are in the final. If I want to be there, what do I do?
Obviously, it's 40 Rand to come in. And if you come with your yellow Mamelodi Sundowns t-shirt, you pay half price, which is 20 Rand. And kids under 12, the entry is free.
So it's nice and simple. Get your tickets, wear the Sundowns kit. You get in for 20 Rand. You get to see Zamalek and Mamelodi Sundowns in the Champions League final. Give South Africa a little bit of a promise. I see the logo now. When I see it again, will I see something above that logo?
We're hoping for that.
The star.
Yeah, and we also need the South African supporters to come out in their numbers to support us on Saturday. No matter who you support, Chiefs, Pirates, SuperSport, no matter who you support, we need everybody to support us on Saturday so that we can make South Africa proud.
You will make us proud. You've got to the final. We cannot wait for it. It's going to be a fantastic final against Zamalek. Mamelodi Sundowns, we're with you. I know this show is, SABC Sport is, everybody wants to see Sundowns go the whole way as a South African team. Wade, thank you for being with us in the studio tonight and all the best in the final.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to a break. After the break, he's there. DJ Finzo, stay with us.
Play next track. Read message.
Dear customer, your Botox appointment has been...
Cancel. With sync voice control at your command and so much more in the Ford Fiesta, you'll always have things your way.
Take no mess. You done already beat the rest. What's one more round? You still the best. That's what my mama told me. Get ready for the competition.
Flying fish is different from other beers, with all the bitterness brewed out and delicious flavors brewed in. See for yourself. For easy flavor, refreshment this summer. Taste it for yourself. Go on, add some flavor.
So you've got $200. You could go out for a movie. For two. Or you could get 200 gigs ADSL, uncapped nighttime data, a free Wi-Fi router, and free Wi-Fi at millions of hotspots worldwide. So you've got heaps of entertainment, social media, video calling, and more for just $199 a month. So you'll still have $1 left. We call him Frank. Hey Frank, get this ADSL deal only from MWeb.
Hello?
This is for me. What's this?
Your bill for speaking to the patient.
This is insane. Why is it so high?
You're speaking during peak visiting hours.
Okay, what is this? Is that a charge for itemized billing?
And then?
Is this literally a bill for a bill?
Itemized.
You wouldn't accept this here. Why accept it from your network? No more bogus bills. The heat is on with Telkom Free Me. One plan, pick your data, set yourself free. Free WhatsApp calls, texts, and Wi-Fi from $99 a month.
Do you know what dentists do?
But who protects their teeth?
I use Colgate for its unique formula with CalciSeal protection. Imagine this is your tooth, and these are food acids that cause cavities. Colgate helps prevent cavities for all-around protection.
Wow! Colgate for maximum cavity protection.
And also try Colgate with sugar acid neutralizer to help target the #1 cause of cavities. Colgate, #1 brand recommended by dentists.
Life, there's so much heat. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Hey life, bring the heat. We've got all the refreshment we need. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Refreshes like nothing on earth.
DJ Finzo, otherwise known as Finzo Sefata to those who know the family. Where are you, DJ Finzo? You guys are not serious. What like a trans? The shortest DJ in South Africa, DJ Finzo, comes got transport. Okay, via.
Yeah, I'm just.
No.
It was a short while.
Thomas Lukis, not the shortest DJ in South Africa.
Yeah.
The tallest man in the world.
Okay. The tallest man in the world, DJ Finzo. DJ Finzo, you're from the Free State, man?
Yes.
And then now you're known all over South Africa. How did that happen?
Thomas, I think it was a breakup 2005. And then that's when I met Twasa. 2010.
Lesedi FM.
Katola, Kaspana, Lesedi FM, 2010. Yeah.
Bopa Cap.
Bopa Cap.
Baru Tweta.
2010, lekila le show ya ka ya 9 to 12. Kitlo kidlala ting later like on Saturday and then Sunday. Sunday lekile autitsetse serious. La kile wabo kile size 1 so. Mara lekile autitsetse serious. Ka Sunday ke wapala soul and R&B.
You know, Finzo, I have to do this. There's something that you did that was very powerful.
Sure, sir.
You wrote something on Facebook. I'm going to read a little bit from it. You were showing a picture of your wife.
Yes, sir.
And you wrote some of these words. I didn't take it word for word, but some of these words. You chose me when I was still looking for a job. You were there for me all of these years. You believed in my dreams. She chose me when people said we wouldn't make it in life. Those are powerful words. Why were people really saying that about you and your wife? That you wouldn't make it?
You know what? When I grew up, if you can go through my Instagram, I used to go with my bicycle. I used to use my bicycle to transport me wherever I want to go. So like a bicycle aga iba yona ntsamisa. So but how hola the way ke tsamanga teng ba tla tswa ba Finzo kanti ha tsamaya jwala ka bana baba. But that woman, because it was 2006 and Ola introduced ko batswadi ba hae and then angata until today, until Kenyala, and then I'm falongwana ke balongwana le. So kenyetse skaria ha ke le mokhutswana ha kenyala kenyetse ke
ka bona monna.
Yes.
And musada how ke full size again?
No, Hantley is not a full size. Umutelele. Mara Thomas, sorry guys, I'm taking it personal, ne? Mara wa letsa go motoka avai so batho ba kgolo go gona go bona gore ke mokhutswana.
Finzo. This here is the Sport 10 Cup, ne?
Can I sit like this?
And
it's fine.
Yeah, you could do whatever you like. Get Sport 10 Cup. You can't have the cup, but you can have the cakes if you get our questions right.
No, it's fine.
So we've done a quiz for you that has some of the tallest men in sport. Can you recognize these guys and tell us a little bit about them? First and foremost, let's get to the first guy that we've got for you and tell me who he is. Do you recognize, not the tall one, the little one? NBA basketball. He holds the record for being the shortest player to ever play in the NBA.
Ayol Shahid.
Muggsy Bogues, Muggsy Bogues, 1 meter 60. He was tiny, but he played in the NBA like you. He was a trailblazer in his field. Okay, that one. I know Rushapile. Next question. Another shorty who changed the world. And can you recognize this man? World Cup winner in 1986. 1 meter 65 height.
Maradona!
Ducky! You know he's shorter than me, which is amazing. Because Lednaki Cortez.
No, it's fine. At least what for survive. Nakilakaya church in way, Kakopawanya, Bantibit. But
Final one, a South African shorty who did so well. She got into the top 20 tennis rankings in 1992, and she stayed there for the next 10 years. She's tiny though, 1 meter 58. Come on. Give me a clue.
Amanda
Kutse! DJ Finzo gets the Champunino! Where are you? Finzo! I'm not the man. Not sport car.
You want to produce a that's why when I DJ,
Albami, what's on the horizon?
I swear featuring Sway Ibito I swear.
Yeah,
I'm not blind. I choose DJ Finzo Tenko Instagram and follow Facebook page like our Facebook page. That's all bit of Sweden short.
Sure. Thomas, don't mind me. DJ Refezo Jazz Celtics. What's the name? So guys, we'll see you. Go look us repair with Sundowns, and then let's support South African channels.
There you have it. It's time for us to say goodnight, but we'll leave you with the same words we leave you with every single week. If you're not watching Sport at 10, what are you doing?